Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob and today is Mad Max Monday, episode number 3. This video is kind of a little bit different to the others previously and going forward because we have some new parts from a new sponsor. So the first part of this video is going to be an unboxing of that, and then we'll jump straight into the build. This one's an exciting package. Switching it up to a live commentary. I know, exciting, right? Because this is a true unboxing. I've not yet unboxed this, but I've been waiting for this package. This is the name of the company, Kyamsil. I think it's at Kyamsil Designs, who I found on Facebook. They kind of use the 3D printer, or so I understand, to create bits and pieces, parts for, like the Gaslands game or Wastelands, and for me, my Mad Max series. So what I'm hoping to see in here, some bits and pieces, wheels, suspension, engine parts, plus some kind of ancillary stuffs like barrels and stuff like that. So yeah, quite excited for this one. And let's open it together. Right, okay. Well, this is the guy here. 3D printed accessories for Gaslands, a game of post-apocalyptic vehicular mayhem. So yeah, they are friends of Gaslands. The website, the email address, the Facebook page. Now, if you go to these guys, use Matchbox Garage, and you will receive a 10% discount. So can't complain with that, eh, guys? And I think the prices of for this are very reasonable anyway. So. A further 10% off, cannot complain. And I've got a few of these, so if I do, I'll take these with me, and if I do ever go anywhere, I'll certainly hand them out. But obviously, thanks very much to these guys for sending me these products. Looks like there's quite a bit in here. Wow. Okay, so I don't really know what I'm looking at, but cool tyres. We got loads of suspension parts. We've got kind of a mixture of stuffs. Some kind of look like blowers, like supercharger blowers. We've got, there we go, we've got superchargers. We got on the top there, so that's an air filter. So this is just all for the base plate for the supercharger. So yeah, engine parts. That is cool. Loads of look how many there are here. Wow. These are obviously rear differential, very cool. Great big tyres, more tyres, all different shapes, sizes. Wow, look at the detail, so cool. I guess there's code names and such for all of these. Double tyres there, very nice, very nice. All the suspension parts. Wow, I think I'm gonna have fun putting all this together for the Mad Max series. Oh, these are all the wheels. So it looks like there's different designs here. You got the kind of old school American design there, and you got multi-spokes there. And there's all different sorts of different wheels here. Oh wow, look at those. They're like for the wheels. Are they? Yeah. I don't know what they're called, but I guess they're to, you know, like what's the film? Grease. Remember in Grease Lightning, where they're doing that race, and the bad guy with the black car, he's got these things sticking out. I guess that's exactly what they are. And they've even gone down to little spacer rings. Wow. More suspension arms there. We've kind of like the brake assembly. Here's some guns. Blimey. There's all sorts of bits and pieces in there. Different guns, different things. Oh, here's some barrels. Paint them up, kind of race around, that's cool. More tyres. More tyres. More wheels. So what style? So different style wheels. They're very nice. And then you got these again. So this is a different type. So I think this actually is probably more like the one in the film Grease. Very cool. And then last, some more suspension. So okay, so that's a medium. So I guess there's medium, small, and large. But wow, that's more than I could ever ask for. You know, like I say, I hit them up and asked them to sponsor me. You know, in exchange for me to put links of, you know, into my description and so on, and let you guys know about them. But the service, you know, I know the pricing is good, but like I say, Matchbox Garage gets you further 10% off. So yeah, remember these guys. So now back with a video. We'll take out the rivets, drill down the centre of the rivet, remove the flange and tap that hole. Actually there's 3 holes on this little lady. Not forgetting my very handy vise. Now this is a 1979 build. Obviously it's a Ford Model A from the 20s or 30s, is it? Style car. But yeah, she reads Matchbox Superfast, Model A Ford, Matchbox Toys, 1979, made in Macau. So as you can see there, I've already pre-drilled the 3 rivets, and there's like a plastic base holding the wheel set on, and then the actual casting itself, there's like a base plate which has come apart here, which I will be using and keeping in this video. I did a rat rod a little while ago, if you remember, and I left that out to kind of keep it low. But here's the windshield here. That won't be going back in because I'm going to be putting like a little mesh cage in there. Headlight assembly. And then the kind of canopy at the back here just clips off, nice and easy. Now I've got, I think, 10 or 11 of these cars. This one's probably the poorest of conditions, so I didn't mind, you know, having a bit of fun with it. Now I like the paint, I like the patina. I'm not one to strip the colour. I like to see some of the original colour come through on these cars. These post-apocalyptic cars. You know, I don't want to strip it down and beat it up. I just, you know, I like to see some of the originality. Although I did kind of hit it up a bit with my fake Dremel and this little kind of nasty tool at the end here. I must admit, when I first did it, I wasn't exactly happy. I thought, oh, it just looks like squiggly lines, but on the, you know, on the final, it's quite good. Not forgetting, need a nice cup of tea, you know, to ponder what I'm going to do. I don't ever have any plans with these. Just kind of hit at it. You know, just do one little bit at a time. But you see here, I use this mosquito net. remove the actual window glass, put the mosquito net in place with a bit of super glue, and I think that looks very cool. So normally, normally, I've only done a few of these cars, but like I say, without any direction, I just take each step as it comes. So now I'm going to cover it in this Citadel Nuln Oil, because I just wasn't liking the look of it. I was thinking, this looks awful. I don't know how I'm gonna, kind of rectify it, but covered it in the Nuln Oil, put it to one side, and then I'm considering what to do with the that front end there. I wanted to keep it, of course, but do I chop it off? Do I add some stuff? So the Nuln Oil is now dry. It's starting to look a bit more acceptable. So I can put that to one side, start working on the base here, and again give it the same treatment, roughed it up a bit. Put that together. Starting to come together now. I'm starting to kind of see my vision, even though I had none. But my vision was evolving throughout the process. And I thought, one of the previous commenters said, "You need spikes. You need spikes. You need spikes." So I thought, all right, I'll add some spikes. These are toothpicks. Kind of chopped them into 3 really, kept the middle part out. But use those those toothpicks, super glued them on the end, covered them in Nuln Oil, and then just dipped them into some red paint. Maybe they've kind of already grabbed a couple of zombies or two. So we've already gone through all these packages now within this video, but one by one we'll figure out how I'm going to build this car up. So I took out a supercharger and a like an intake for the top there, super glued it in position, and that looks awesome. So I'm wondering what to do around the back end now. I'm thinking, maybe a little gun will be poking out of one of these holes. So there was just this tiny little kind of machine gun section, and I super glued it to this. What is it? Can't remember what it's called now. Is it polystyrene? Something like that. Something styrene, isn't it? Styrofoam. And I thought, yeah, that would be quite cool, poking out the back window. And I wanted to put another gun on top of the car, on this canopy here, and painted it like matte black first, and build up a gun. So I've just painted up the engine there in silver, because it comes out in like a grey colour from the 3D printer. But I painted it in silver, let it dry, and then hit it up with that Nuln Oil Citadel stuff, and then put a little bit of mesh in the other window there. Don't want any zombies getting through, and that's just what it looks like from the inside. So thankfully that's hidden away on the final product, but that's what they look like. Now the wheels, obviously I weren't going to be going with these today. These I've got so many different wheel choices with this pack here, that I was kind of going through each one, and I knew I wanted larger wheels on the back, kind of smaller wheels on the front, and just kind of measuring up really, seeing what fits, seeing what takes me fancy. I almost feel like, I do feel like that there is no right, there is no wrong with this stuff. You just get creative, have a bit of fun, and shove on what fits, what works. What I might do would be very different to anybody else. I think even if I had 10 of these cars, I would probably create 10 different variations. But this was the variation that obviously I went with today. So we've got these tyres here for the back, I thought were a perfect fit. And then they were almost similar style of tyre, but in a much smaller scale for the front. So I went with the spiky dikey ones for the front wheels, and then I didn't want to kind of overdo it, and I went with like a standard wheel for the rear. And here's that plastic retaining piece. Now I'm going to chop this here because I want to use one of these diffs, which will mean that plastic piece is in the way. So, you know, it's not going to be way low, not compared to the previous one I've done, but I want it to be up in there. Just give it a couple of inch lift. Obviously a couple of millimeters lift at this scale, but so that's what I did. But looking at the top there, you can see where I painted it black. Started to build up that gun on the top. I also I drilled a couple of holes, as you can see through the back there. Drilled a couple of holes, added a couple more spikes, and looks like they've kind of grabbed a couple of trophies, a couple of zombie heads already. And then this is me starting to piece together that rear diff. A couple of different suspension parts compared to one of the previous videos. You know, like a coil-over suspension on the back there, glued into position. And then I'll hit that up with some silver first of all, and then once dried, cover it with you know, that kind of Nuln oil, give it a bit of character, bit of realism. Now, just received in a post today that these, I think they were advertised as hipster tattoos. And although I do have many tattoos myself, I don't have any, well, what I consider hipster tattoos, certainly nothing like this. But I really like these. You know, I kind of wondered whether in the future these crazy people post-apocalypse would kind of want to look back at something that was more normal, more safe, more real. You know, like I say, I don't think there's any right or wrong here, so I'm going to cut out a couple of these and I'm going to put them on the side. Maybe they're kind of people's nicknames. You know, this is going to be a two-person wagon perhaps, and you know, inside this wagon I'm going to create two characters. So on one side you got this, you know, lady here with a bob top, and what is similar to a pack of fries. So I don't know, maybe her nickname is Lady Fries. And on the other side I put a black cat showing his bum there, but and a strawberry. Maybe his nickname is Black Cat Strawberry. So we've got Black Cat Strawberry and Lady Fries driving this wagon, shooting up all the zombies and doing it in style. So here's the front wheels then, on the axle, painted up. And then this is the kind of rear differential. The wheels there in place. It's a roller, all right. And then I'll add some extra further pieces as well. But this is pretty much the final. As you can see, that rear suspension through that back there, I think it's very cool. I just need to funnel off that prop shaft, and also I just want to weather the car. I've got a load of weathering powders, so all that rusty stuff, and then I go over it with, let me reach for it, Flat Clear XF86, just to keep those powders in, because those powders, those weathering powders, get absolutely everywhere. They're called a pigment rather than a powder, I think. But yeah, very messy. But that clear does keep it in. So a little reminder of what she looked like and the result. I really like this little car. It's taken me probably 5-6 hours of creativity, trial and error, making it up, putting it together. But yeah, I love this little thing. So I'd like to obviously thank Kyamsil for sending me these parts. There's many more of these to come. Check out their websites, and hopefully, you know, you might need to grab a couple of bits from them. Remember, obviously, to use Matchbox Garage for your 10% discount. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, I'll see you on the next one. And if you stick around now, you'll see kind of all the names, sizes, types of all these parts here. So I shall just leave these here for your viewing pleasure.